Hey guys, so I am one of the Canadians stranded in Peru right now because of the coronavirus. So I'm going to give you a little backstory of why I'm here, why I didn't leave, and what's going on. So I started traveling in January. Usually I vlog like my trips and stuff, but this trip I decided not to. I just posted like a lot more Instagram stories and stuff like that than I normally would. So if you're interested in my travels, you can go look back. I started off in Costa Rica, and there's like my highlights or whatever if you want to check out any of that. So my Instagram is TinaClawson5. I'm not sure if that's linked below, but it's just my name, Tina Clausen, and then 5. So yeah, like I said, I started off in Costa Rica, Nicaragua, back to Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, and I think that was while I was in Colombia that things started, like you started hearing more about Corona. But before that, it was like you heard about it, but you were like, what is that? Like, and it wasn't affecting any of the Central and South American countries really. So nobody here was concerned. So I had my flight already booked for Peru for March 11th. So from Medellin, Colombia to Lima, and then from Lima to Cusco the next day. So I flew into Lima, and as soon as we got there, they were like all dressed in suits, masks, and they were checking everybody's temperature that came in. So we got to the hostel, the people there were wearing masks, everything, and things were a little crazy, but everything was still running like normal. It was just people were wearing masks and they were checking our temperature in the airport. Then the next day we had to fly from Lima to Cusco. So same thing, when we arrived, they checked our temperature, and they made us fill out a paper, which we never had to do anything with. I don't know why. We had to fill out this paper basically stating where we were, where we had been, where we were staying, and everything like that. So once I got to Cusco, everything was normal. It was like, obviously you saw people with masks, but I already saw that in Colombia. There was like people in the airport that were wearing masks. So it was nothing new. The first couple days here, went to the market, explored a little, went to PSAC, and then the day after that, when we got back, I was like just cleaning up the apartment. We're renting an Airbnb here. My friends actually rented it, and then I'm just staying with them for a couple weeks. But yeah, we went to Pisac. It's this like really cute little town by the Sacred Valley, and we did a little bit of shopping there, checking out the market, and stuff like that. And then when I came home the next day is when we heard everything was shut down. The borders are closing down. You can't leave, and yeah. So at that point, obviously it was already too late, but I know people that tried to get out and they couldn't even. So at that point, I wasn't sure what to do, so I waited a couple of days, and then I decided, since they said that everything would open back up on the 31st, I decided to book my flight for April 4th, so that just in case everything was still crazy on the 31st, I'd wait for a few days for things to settle down in the airports and stuff, and then I would have my flight for April 4th. So I booked my flight, and everybody else that I'm staying with was leaving like on the 30th or 31st, so I was just like thinking I'd get a hostel after that, but now it sounds like really crazy. I don't think I'll be able to. But yeah, so after a little bit, people told me like you should really register with the embassy. So I signed up and registered with the embassy that I was stranded in Peru. They sent me like probably an automated email that they sent everybody saying that they'd keep us updated if anything were to happen. So the apartment building that I'm staying in, there was like a bunch of people from Mexico, there was people from Israel, and their governments came to get them a couple days ago already. We haven't really heard much about Canada except for that they're bringing people from the smaller cities to Cusco. So we're hoping something will happen soon. No idea though, as of right now. We don't know how long we could be stranded here, or if the government does send a plane to get us. Like there's 700 to 900 people stranded in Peru right now that are Canadians. So obviously there's gonna need to be a couple flights. So we don't know if we'll even be able to get on that flight or what's gonna happen. So yeah, things are a lot more calm here, luckily, than of Lima. There's a lot more tourists there, and I think the tourists are kind of freaking out. The military presence there is a lot higher. Obviously, there's a lot of police around and stuff like that, but overall, it's a lot more calm here, I believe, than in Lima. So yeah, there was people that got arrested for walking their dogs too long and stuff here in Cusco yesterday, and when I'm out and about, like the other day, I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago, I was out and police stopped me and they asked me like, where are you going? You need to go back home. Things like that are happening here, but yeah, they're busting into hostels, checking people's temperature. The military had to get into hostels because the people were honestly so crazy. Like the military had to come and like control the people in the hostels. Yeah, luckily though, the markets here, they're still stocked with produce, and we have everything we need for food. The shelves are not empty like where I am. I feel like the people are a lot more sane and just getting kind of what they need. I see a lot of posts from back home that the shelves are empty and people are just going crazy buying stuff. So yeah, it feels like here, obviously, like we have a curfew and we're not allowed out certain times and stuff, but like still with like the food and like supplies, like I feel like we are still doing pretty good. So yeah, I had no way to get out of Peru. So yeah, that's why I'm stranded here. We're waiting for the government to let us know stuff, but yeah, like I said, they're taking a lot longer, and Mexico, Israel, they already came to get their people. Brazil, yeah. So anyway, if you guys have a similar story or you're stranded somewhere, let me know in the comments down below your story or what's going on. I'm really curious, and I have nothing else to do, so yeah. Please let me know your story or what's going on where you live right now, or how you're being affected by this. Yeah, as long as I have food and water and a place to stay, I'll be okay. But yeah, it would obviously be nicer to get back home to Canada. So yeah, we're gonna hope that that happens soon, and we just basically have to wait for our government at this point and see what's gonna happen. They're apparently in contact with Peru, but they're working quite slow, and I think it's kind of annoying the Peru government, which is understandable because everybody else got their people out fast. So it sounded like they might just shut it down even for rescue flights, but we will find out, I guess. And yeah, I will keep you guys updated. Like I said, I'm safe. I have a place to stay. I have food. I have water. The second or third day in quarantine, actually, our water did run out though. The whole town was out of water. A water line broke. So there was like this transport truck that was like, hey, that was out in the street, and we had to run, go fill up tanks of water and stuff. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll keep you guys updated. Maybe, if not, I'll just update you guys when I get home. But like I said, let me know your stories down below. And yeah, I will see you guys. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.